that generation, they died in the wilderness. Moses, because of disobedience, the generation, because of doubt. They didn't believe that God could be victorious over their enemies. Isn't that why we die in the faith? Because we don't really believe that God can really defeat the enemy. So they die. They die out in the wilderness. God was ready to lead them in 40 years earlier. God was ready to take them where they needed to be 40 years earlier. But because of doubt and disobedience, they died. They missed out. But there was a new generation. There was a Joshua generation. A generation that believes and obeys. See, God's not looking at how experienced the people are. He's looking at how hungry for God they are. The previous generation had experience. They had seen the miracles. They had walked through the Red Sea. They had seen the miracles, the manna, and the water from the rock. And all of these things God did. They had experience. They had been delivered from Egyptian bondage. They had lived through the plagues of Egypt. They had walked through the Red Sea. They had seen God shake the mountain and emblazon Moses. They'd been fed manna, been given water from the rock. They had defeated their enemies. Yet, when it came time for the biggest and most important step in their journey, they doubted. Sometimes, church, we start strong. Sometimes we experience the miracles, but we're just not sure if God's going to come through again. So we give up. We don't get to enter the promised land. We lose heart. Hebrews 12, the writer says, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. In your struggle against sin, you've not yet resisted to the point of your shedding of your blood. See, the battle's not over. Because God is not finished with the promises he's made in your life. God is still working. Don't give up. Don't lose heart. You've come too far to look back.